This conference I've been coming to for a very long time, and I'm always just kind of astounded when I see these high-level presentations, like the presentation yesterday by Dr. Slayman, showing how much progress we've really made in breast cancer over decades. Sometimes you sit in presentations where any given clinical trial, a drug may improve patient outcomes by 3% or something in absolute terms, and you think, gosh, is that worth it? Does that count? Is that enough for patients, for the number of patients who had to go in that clinical trial, for the amount of toxicity that they had to sustain, for the cost on the healthcare system, for the amount of work that was necessary to conduct that trial? 2 or 3%, does that count? And I think that when you take a long view, you take sort of a 30,000-foot view, you realize that all of these little incremental gains that we make, that in the moment may not feel that significant, over decades completely transform a disease from what it once was to what it will be in the future. And it's so fun to actually be old enough in medicine to finally witness that and realize cancer is a really different disease even than when I started my training, which was 15 years ago now. So it's just gratifying. So I think my message to investigators would be keep going, particularly young investigators. What you're doing matters, it counts. My message to patients would be please enroll in clinical trials. Every single thing we know to treat patients, everything, from whether or not it's okay to have a lumpectomy instead of needing a mastectomy, from whether or not it's okay to not take chemotherapy for your low-risk breast cancer, to whether we can improve outcomes for a disease like HER2-positive breast cancer, which used to be the most dreaded subset. All of that came from clinical trials. All of that came from patients just like them who went into a clinical trial, who made that altruistic decision to enroll. So I think my message would be keep it up to everybody in every sector. I think they're really doing a tremendous job. It's very gratifying to see.